Welcome, everyone, to Clown Thoughts, a podcast for life's ups and downs. We're your hosts,
As above, chaos.
and Sabello Chaos. We're here to share our unique take on life, gaming, relationships, and mental health, and probably some funny stuff along the way. This is a podcast meant for mature viewers, as we do discuss a lot of heavy topics and overall mature content. Also, we do cuss.
We cuss a lot.
That happens. Sorry, not sorry. This is
much profanity.
This is episode 4 now, and we are finally getting on a roll. As you can tell, I sound a little bit better than I did the last couple of episodes. Thank you, Azabov, for doing the wizard technology things. And for my microphone for being haunted for a little bit. We thought that the radio was playing through it, and that was a whole thing. But anyway, so as it is, we are still testing.
Yeah, we learned a lesson today about cable shielding.
Shielding. We did a whole thing. We spent the last hour screwing with it. So as we test out new equipment, setting, and overall layout, we do accept all constructive feedback and appreciate everyone who supports us in this new endeavor. On Spotify, you can still use that question and answer thing on the... I think it shows up on the app if you just kind of like scroll down. And obviously on YouTube, you can leave comments and stuff. You can also send us a DM over on Instagram, on Facebook. You can send us an email. All that stuff's down in the it's in the episode description. It's also down in the description on YouTube. And with that, let's pull up a seat, tune in, and join us on this exciting journey as we navigate life's ups and downs together. Let's embrace our inner clowns, celebrate life's beautiful imperfections, and of course, as per always, have something to honk about. Now, as usual, we have the Would You Rathers. Do you, when I find the button, there it is. Okay. Now, the only thing, here's what's going on. With the stuff not directly feedbacking into my computer, I can't tell if the clown honk works. And I don't think it does. So I don't have a soundboard now. Because all of the microphone interactions are through here. So we're going to have to figure that out. But it's okay. Anyway, so we're going to start off with Would You Rathers, like usual. Today it's Azabov's episode. So Az gets to control the clown thoughts. However, everything else, mwahahaha, is mine. So I
will admit, my whole heart fell out my asshole when you were like, all right, Would You Rathers? Okay, so this episode, Azabov's in control, and I was like, you didn't tell me to find that content.
No, I have it. I have everything else. I have it all. All right,
do I need to turn my mic down?
I think you're fine. I think you're fine. You sound normal in my headphones.
Yeah, but the problem is my normal is loud as shit.
Okay, then turn yourself down, and if Mom yells at me, I'll tell you, fucking fix it. What we need to do is get a Sharpie, like a silver Sharpie, and write and mark where you need to be at. That's too soft. Fix it. I'm so used to being up in the microphone. Oh, but now,
yeah, you have
Wait a minute. We can have an ASMR section with this.
You have a great microphone for it. Mine,
I could swing it this way.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. See, you can. Oh, we're gonna have to.
It's so spicy.
Okay, so subscribe to our Patreon that doesn't exist for that content. Anyway, so
Would you want ASMR content?
Would you rathers? I got 3 of them.
All right.
Choose a number. You want me to just go all the way down them?
Let's start with 2.
2?
Start
in the middle. Would you rather have the power to instantly learn any skill or talent but never truly master it?
So I have ADHD. Already have it.
Possess one exceptional talent but be unable to learn or acquire any new skills. Now I have feedback for your answer. So continue.
Oh yeah? Are you prepared?
I'm prepared. So what's your answer? And if it's the one I think about...
Easily. It's the first one. Never would I want to have a single skill that is so obnoxiously limiting.
So here's the thing though. You don't go learn new skills, though, unless you're immediately good at them. So I knew that was going to be your answer anyway.
But the thing is, I also have multiple things that I can
learn
pick
any
up.
Skill. You have skills. You have cool things you do.
Yeah.
You're a very talented vocalist.
Yeah, but the thing is like, you give me the ability to instantly pick it up but never master it. Oh, I have skills left and right. I don't need to master it.
But who gives a shit about mastering it? You can be pretty fucking good at it. Who gives a shit? I'm pretty good at graphic design. Look what I've built. But this is where my feedback comes in. is unless you can instantly master a skill, you wouldn't have done it anyway. Does that make sense? So that's how I knew it was going to be your answer.
Yeah, but it also doesn't apply, because it goes back to that whole thing of like, jack of all trades, master of none.
But there's a second line to that.
There's more to it. I can't remember what it is right now, but basically it's all of you go fuck yourselves if you think that being a jack of all trades is a bad idea. It's actually one of the best things you can do for yourself.
Jack of all trades, master of none, but I'd rather have a few than none or some shit like that. I don't know, whatever it is. But anyway, all right, so that's 2. So 1 or 3. Split the difference. We're about to hang on. We're in the Google section.
Oh, we're Googling.
All right.
We're Googling.
Oh, that's copyrighted. Never mind. I can't. Shit. YouTube, don't take
Well,
this
you were
down.
kind of off tune anyway, so it doesn't really fucking matter. I think we're okay.
God, I'm tone
You being
deaf.
tone deaf finally worked to our advantage.
I'm tone deaf, which is wild because I dance well. So I guess I'm not rhythm deaf. Deaf? I'm not rhythm deaf. All right, what's the saying? Your screen lit the fuck up. Are you on Wikipedia? Ow. Sorry, a bug bit my arm. The mosquitoes here in Florida are terrible, and I hate having dead air. Please make me stop talking. Azabov. This is horrendous. I'm gonna start
unfortunately,
doing
the wiki
ASMR. Just doesn't tell you shit. No? Do I need to look for it? Or you want to move on so I don't have to sit here and continue to fill dead air?
Jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one.
Okay, I was close enough.
Because again,
I still think
you have
mine was
one
better.
thing. We're not machines.
Yeah.
We're not built to only be good at one specific task
I'm only
and
good at
nothing
one thing.
else. We are not going to get into that in any of these
Wow,
segments today.
you're a pervert. I was talking about just like being me. God, I see where your mind is. All right. Anyway, so number 1.
No. Hold on. We're gonna no. Skirk. Pump the brakes. You don't get to do that to me. For those of you out listening,
and who have no idea who
we actually are, it
This is
is
my husband.
frequently brought up by my wife how she is good at things when it comes. Her main skills involve the lights being off.
Yeah, I keep my office dark when I'm designing graphics for clients.
Yeah, that's
Christ.
get the fuck out of here.
You get
no,
the fuck.
you are not going to. I villainize myself enough without your help. She's turned her microphone off so she can cackle.
Okay. So anyway, so number 1, yeah, it's our roommate. Doc's home. All right, so would you rather have the power to see into the future but unable to change it, or have the ability to change the past but never know what the future holds? Ooh.
I want neither of those. I don't want to know what's coming, and I don't want to do anything with the past.
I don't want to know what's coming, and I already know what's going.
I'd take the second one and then not use my ability. Because it's basically just existing in the way I already do.
That's valid.
Unless it involves me being like,
I
would use it in weird ways. Like, now that I think about
Instead of filling someone's cup with milk, you'd put like, I don't know, liquor in it.
No, then I could do like all the messed up shite, and then just it didn't happen. I get to experience.
Oh, okay.
There's
your intrusive thoughts happening right there.
Yeah, I can allow my intrusive thought to win, and then just
never happened.
Like, never happened.
That tracks.
But I get to have the memory of that satisfying moment.
That's fair. All right.
When
Okay. Here's
when I took action.
Here's an interesting one.
Okay.
Would you rather have the power of immortality but watch everyone you love age and pass away, or live a normal lifespan but never experience the joys and wonders of eternal life? It's the second one. Isn't it?
Oh yeah, easily.
You
like
hate living.
if
you don't want to live forever. You don't even want to live a normal life.
No. Like listen to me. Listen to me.
Short.
Let me cook.
No, get fucked. This is my podcast.
I would
now.
not want.
So anyway, I'm your host, Sabella Chaos. We clown in this motherfucker. I've been given the power of a microphone that's louder, and you cannot shut me up now.
You know what? I'm going to embrace it.
I get to
Everybody welcome your
lounge.
new main host of this podcast, Sabello Chaos. Have fun.
I get to comfortably...
with all the control that you don't actually
During
want.
announcements, I have a big thing for you that you're going to cackle about, because Mom did too earlier. So anyway, yeah, definitely the second one. All right,
but let me cook.
Cook. I'm listening.
I don't want immortality if you are not going to be immortal with me.
Disgusting.
That's the only way I would accept that. It has to be you and me.
Did you hear my water bottle squeak?
Yeah, it sounded like...
it sounded like a...
For a second there, it sounded like some kind of like jester doll, like cackling in the background.
I gotta take a picture of it, but Mom's Market she found a bunch of creepy dolls. Oh, they're horrendous. They're like the tiny porcelain ones. Not like the all porcelain ones, but like the porcelain head and feet and hands.
I used to actually buy those
like
for my great aunt.
Those are creepy.
She collects those.
Oh, me and your great aunt would not have gotten along with each other. So anyway, we have announcements. Are you done cooking? You can keep cooking if you want to, but I smell burnt bacon. So the smoke out of your ears.
Oh, no,
I'll make you bacon and tuna after the podcast. Maybe I'll make you a bacon and tuna sandwich. That's how much your wife loves you. All right. So anyway, announcements. Hi. Yay. Announcement time.
Announcements.
Under the big top. Woo. Okay. So I have officially started school. I was in orientation for 8.5 hours today. It sucked. I hated it. Shout out to the orientation team, though. They did a phenomenal job with over 275 students and family members in one room. It was a whole thing. And that doesn't sound like a lot. That's one session today for just transfer students.
But the thing is that when it comes down to mental health, especially
8.5 hours of that,
autism,
I fell asleep, and I didn't get sleep last night. I didn't go to bed till 4 a.m.
That actually worked to your advantage. You didn't have to actively be awake and stressed out. You could actually take a little break.
Yeah, I was kind of able to just chill out. I was very happy that orientation ran the way it did. I gave them feedback. I just hit my elbow on the table. Sorry, guys. I gave them some feedback of there's certain things that they should have switched around. They should have done the big presentation and then the breakout rooms, because then I actually would have had questions to ask the orientation liaisons instead of sending me off with 2 senior students and about 23 other junior and senior students to then ask those junior and senior students questions that I don't know to ask questions about. You know what I'm saying? They should have done the presentation about here's what orientation's like and here's what FSU is and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then they didn't do that first.
Did they jump right into breakout rooms?
Yeah, they jumped right into breakout rooms, and then they showed all of the other stuff, because you had modules that you were supposed to watch before orientation, so that makes sense. But
still.
Anyway, yeah, it was a whole thing. But other than that and the shitty lunch, they ran out of food.
Oh no.
They ran out of food. Chicken was dry, but it was okay. It was barbecue chicken. It was like stereotypical white people church food.
Yep. Fun fact, I went to
and not southern church food either.
I went to a whole big...
The vegetables were good.
A whole big conference once.
Oh, God. I forget my microphone can pick up everything now, and I almost straight just burped.
It would have been a... I mean, if you really want the
before, yeah.
As above Sabello experience, just have one of us just...
belch.
Just right there.
Anyway.
But no, I went to this very big conference.
Yeah.
They ran out of food.
Oh, I'd have lost my mind.
And they were giving vouchers for local places to go redeem.
That's a good idea, though. That's
how but it was sloppy and how they did it. And I found out, you see, my current supervisor was there.
What's the tea, sis?
I got to hear from her perspective, because she had to get a voucher.
Oh no.
Yeah, apparently it was just a was just awful.
Oh god, that sounds awful.
So like people were waiting in line for like it was well out of the
so when I sent you the picture I
the
sent
plenary
you,
that they had for it. Oh god, it was
when
ridiculous.
I sent you this picture that I sent you, right? Of just the people's legs. That was the line for the lunch line. It was a lot. So anyway, so that was the whole thing. So I've officially started school. I am enrolled in university. I have a Bachelor of Arts program right now. With a focus in, what did I say earlier? They call it, it's basically fucking animation. They just don't call it animation. It's like video, whatever. Anyway, it's fucking BA in animation specialization with a minor in art entrepreneurship. And then that feeds into, I'm launching my own podcast. Razzle dazzle. And this is the funny thing that I want to tell you. So I'm launching Absinthe Minded, which is a part of my actual business that I do, I don't know, every day, I like to say. And that's going to be kind of a podcast, so it's going to take place of my blog. Instead of writing my blog, we're just going to talk about it. And I wrote 2.5 pages of content, right? Like a whole, what would be a blog post, right? Yeah. You know how long that takes without you in podcast world?
5 minutes?
15, including a lengthy intro introducing myself and all of my ABC diagnoses. And the story behind Absinthe Minded. I don't know if this means I need to write a longer post, or if my story is just that boring, or I talk that fast.
I would run through it, record yourself.
I did, and it was 15 minutes.
Yeah, no, but like listen to it.
Yeah, and then
pick up where your pacing is.
Yeah.
Then try actually taking a fucking breath.
I'm really bad at it, but I also think that because
you're like me, because you see, because here's the thing. Let me.
Well, I was reading a script too. So
you're reading. You read incredibly fast.
Valid. God.
Like to the point, like you make me look like an idiot child.
So we were laying in bed one time. Hang on, this is the only thought that I have right now. We were laying in bed one time, and you had like your head on my chest, and I was reading an article about John Mulaney, and it was like couple of words. Picture, couple of words, picture, couple of words, picture. You know, those bullshit scroll ass kind of things that make you spend time on their website. So I was reading that, and you looked at me and you went, "Are you reading that? Or are you just looking at the pictures?" And I was like, "Oh no, I'm reading that." And you went, "You're making me nauseous."
Yeah, because
I think I calculated it. It was something like 100 words per minute or something. No, that's my typing speed.
Like
I don't know how fast I read. I need to check.
I can read.
That's gotta be a test.
Faster than average.
Yeah,
And I can absorb information, but when it comes to like that, I actually do my best. Like sit there.
You comprehend quicker than I do. I have to read shit over and over and over again. I just read fast. I don't comprehend
the
quickly.
Thing is, that's the thing. I think that's where it gets us, because I actually pace through to make sure I get comprehension the first go around.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like read.
We take about the same amount of time.
School. Yeah.
I feel like we take the same amount of time,
but
with the amount of time you have to go back and reread it.
Yeah.
Also, watching you doom scroll through TikToks is nauseating, and also it's infuriating because Sabello will pull up a TikTok. It's not even
open the
halfway. They haven't even gotten to the point of it.
No, but I need to know what's going on first.
And
I have anxiety. I don't know what you want from me.
And the comments are immediately open, and she misses what actually happens. Then she has to close the comments, and by then she's already lost her interest in it and is already skipping to the next thing. Oh, I spent more time looking at the white screen of the comments than I did actually watching content.
And I'll send you videos. We'll lay in bed at night. We are getting way off topic. Anyway, so we do that. Okay, we have 2 more big shout out things to do. We're moving.
We're moving.
The podcast will still be happening. Our schedule is absolutely fucked right now.
Yeah.
Fucked. Fucked. So this is coming out a week late? Only a week late? Are we only a week off? Yeah, it was supposed to be published last Sunday. We're back on the original publishing schedule, by the way. So if you want to keep to this, we're good. It's already in my phone. So we're here. This is what's happening. So right now we're preparing to move. Granted, it's only down the road, but we're still preparing to move. With a pool, which I'm excited about personally, and my mother is excited about, It's across the street. Anyway, so, and then we'll have our own office space situation. There's a question mark there. We haven't decided if we're going to put our office space in the living room or if we're going to put our office space in an actual office room. We might put it in an office room. I still think that that's a good idea. I still think there's enough room to do that. Because there's only one bookcase of crafting stuff that's downstairs.
Yeah.
I analyzed it today when I was
What about your table?
Really being really bored. That table will still fit in there. We'll make just a big U on that back wall.
We'll figure it out. But
yeah,
with that, there will be an increased likelihood that we'll actually have our actual faces and everything.
On more, because we'll have a cool mural that I'm gonna paint, because I get to paint the walls.
Yeah.
I'm so excited, guys.
Because we have gotten...
It's great.
We have gotten feedback, as in I've gotten feedback from my loving brother who likes to
stare at your cute face, or just see.
I was gonna say he likes to. I was gonna be real mean and say he likes to butt in when he has no.
Oh.
No, he had a good point, and I was like, right now we're doing our best, especially dealing with everything going on. It's also more strenuous to be on camera and do this.
We record in our bedroom right now, and we're currently in the middle of moving, and we both have mental illness, and I'm tired of making the bed for no reason.
And it's not only that, it's just the whole process of
putting on makeup,
getting an outfit, putting on makeup, taking makeup off after we're done. Like, it ends up...
It's a whole thing.
Adding on an extra
but I think
hour minimum on setup and teardown.
We might move our recording date if we start live streaming to like a Saturday.
Yeah.
Or a Sunday morning. Nope, can't do Sundays. Never mind. Anyway, so also big announcement. I'm pretty sure it's been officialized. If it hasn't, tell me. We're gonna be on Off the Record next week.
Yes.
We are gonna be on a podcast that's not ours, which is dope. So Off the Record is ran by some friends of ours, Jade, Rob, and Jeremy, and they do interviews with musicians, venues, local artisty people.
Yep.
And they talk about the stuff that they do. So we were asked by Rob and Jade to join them next week, and so we will be doing that. We actually met them when they interviewed the Rose Room when they first opened.
Mm-hmm.
Back when we were in the ownership team.
Yeah.
Before we
retired. Very involved. Before we were like...
Stepped down. Before we stepped down because school and work and life.
It's a lot.
And I just want to be pretty and dance around in my sparkly costumes.
Yeah.
So those are our updates. Unless you have any updates.
I don't do shit.
I know.
Well, aside from I've gotten back in... Get the... How do you...
All right, bye. See you.
My...
The deafening silence when I turn my microphone off.
My loving wife is the backbone of all of our operations here. I could not do it without her. You would not be seeing this podcast. It would not exist if I did not have her.
It didn't exist for a year? A year-ish? When we first
this has
moved
been a
in,
brainchild
you and Doc
I've had.
were supposed to do something.
Yeah, we were going to have like a whole YouTube channel and everything, and then
life
it just
happened,
didn't pan out.
You didn't, because I didn't get involved and hound you.
But
and
now, with new sets up and everything,
well, yeah, and then
who
you
knows?
got a desk, and now we're moving, and that's a whole thing, and who knows? I really think that we should turn that office into an office, because that'll make doing content stuff easier.
Yeah.
I like that. We'll just have to fight my mother when she tries to correct me. I don't care. She can suck it. Okay, I'm just kidding. I love my mom a lot. She's really awesome. She's paying for school. I gotta shut the fuck up. You're in charge for the rest of the show.
I'm in charge for the rest of the show?
What's my topic of the week, clown man? What do you got for me, clown daddy?
I think we're gonna dive right in to some gaming.
Okay, that's a gaming heavy week. We talked about a lot of gaming heavy stuff last week too.
Yeah, but since then...
Next week's, or the week after is pretty interesting too. But who knows? Alright, since then,
we've had Baldur's Gate 3. has come out. I have not played it.
No, but we've watched
I'm
enough
going to
TikToks.
preface that I've seen so many TikToks, so much content. Have
So
friends
content.
that play it.
Ooh, content. What kind of content, Clown Daddy?
It's Dungeons and Dragons. You figure it out.
Oh boy, I'm just gonna throw water. I'm gonna throw water on the hot fire, babe, so I can smooch her.
I'm gonna.
Who I have been compared to too many times.
Numerous
now.
times.
Like not just you and like Bobo, but like also like friends from out of state. 2 of them have messaged me on TikTok and be like, "Hey yo, this you," and I'm like, "Hey yo, you right."
So from someone who has played actual tabletop Dungeons and Dragons for literal decades.
A lot. It's not me.
Of course it's not you. I literally said as someone, as in referring to me.
Listen, the chair.
She's over there adjusting her whole...
please, so I can put my feet in your lap.
Okay.
I've been walking. I've been Christopher walking. It's a long day. Don't rub my feet. I'll make noises. On the podcast, I'll make noises. I've been given the power of a microphone that I don't have to
bonus
fuck with
ASMR
bonus
episodes.
ASMR. That needs to be a thing, maybe.
If we get enough
possibly.
response for it.
Should I start doing them on the Only Clowns? Okay, Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, you're like.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you got the show here. By the way, no, you don't.
I'm just excited that I get to like talk and be comfortable in my chair and not have to be like up in my motherfucking microphone. It's gonna be interesting to see what the transcripts say when I'm like.
Yeah, except you definitely need to turn your mic now where you're at.
Get fucked. No, I do what I want. No, because then it limp dicks and just kind of flops over. Oh. Okay, we fixed it. Alright, I'm sorry. I need to put a piece of, like, tape.
That's why I said we need to mark your microphone so you see.
I know.
And it's funny, because...
I'm such a child about this.
Yeah, are you not... Because you hear your voice in your own head, you're not noticing when your monitor isn't picking you up.
But I don't wanna.
Okay, so we're just gonna have me
Baldur's Gate. It's just
until
it's just gonna be as speaking. I'm just gonna have a toddler tantrum in the corner. And drink out my sippy cup. I got a hydro flask for my birthday. It's great.
You did. It's great. She actually drinks water.
It's great. It's once you hear squeaking, so I'm gonna mute my microphone so I can guzzle water.
So anyway, Baldur's Gate 3. Again, as someone that's played Dungeons and Dragons much over decades.
Why did you just kick me?
You literally, I didn't kick you. I kicked your chair.
No, you hit my leggy.
I kicked your chair.
Okay, we're not having this fight. What? Why did you nudge me?
Because you're literally sat there. You're not allowed to close your eyes. You will fall asleep on the podcast.
I'm so sleepy.
Do we need to stop recording?
No, we can keep going. We're good. I'll wake up. I'm fine. Anyway, I'm Gucci gang. Keep going. You're good.
So,
Baldur's Gate. You played D&D for the last eon.
Yeah, so I played the actual.
Have you played D&D longer than I've been alive? Uh-oh. We're 9 years apart. Okay, I was like, we're 9 years apart.
No, because I didn't start playing until after I moved here, and you were 3.
So almost as long as I've been alive. So 23 years. I just turned 26.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, about that. Age gaps are fine when they're legal and not crazy. Don't be 18, marry somebody who's 36. Sometimes that works out. I've seen it work out great. It did not work out for me. So anyway.
So I can honestly say that this game has reached the closest to actual Dungeons and Dragons that you're going to find in video game format.
What are you Italian handing me for? I have done nothing. I'm sitting here listening to you go on about Dungeons and Dragons, a game that I have never played in my life. But black dragons are alligators.
Did I pick a bad topic?
No, you're fine.
No. I can pick something else. No, because I want participation, so I can talk about something else.
I'm waiting on you to finish, because all I can talk about is like how as the second half of things. So talk about Baldur's Gate 3 while you like it.
No, I'm actually kind of upset that we don't have the cameras on for this so that everyone can see you sitting over there.
You know that bored kid in class face? That's it. That's the one. And I'm not doing it on purpose, guys. I did not go to bed until like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I had to wake up at 5. I've had an hour of sleep, and I've had to walk all up and down campus in the heat. As someone who is heat sensitive, I'm surprised I didn't faint today. I did have a panic attack, though, but it was okay. It was small. We're Gucci.
Are we done talking about all the things that were reasons why we could have pushed back recording today? But you elected to do it anyway.
So Baldur's Gate 3.
She's going to be stubborn, and she's going to complain about it. Welcome to my life, everybody.
Listen,
I'm having a great time.
We said real-life cameos in the description, and I'm just trying to bring that realism, because I can't draw it for shit. All right, okay, Baldur's Gate 3.
Yep.
And it's dope-ass shit.
So,
dope-ass shit, excuse me.
The amount of unhinged things that you can do, like stacking crates to throw a bugbear at somebody.
Tossing a child at another child.
Beating a child with another child.
I'm gonna hit this motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Yeah, no, like this is as close to Dungeons and Dragons as you're going to get, especially when it comes to doing co-op. Because apparently when you invite someone to your world, they make a character in that world. So the only time they can play that character is when your scheduling lines up for you to play together, which is the most Dungeons and Dragons ass shit.
And as someone who has tried to learn how to play Dungeons and Dragons, the first thing I hear from everyone is, yeah, I just don't have enough people for players. And if I took all of the friends that I have who look at me and go, hey, I don't have enough players, and introduce them to my other friends who also were like, hey, I don't have enough players, I'd probably have enough fucking players. But they don't associate with people.
Well, that's not the problem.
They're all fucking introverts.
Fun fact, most people who play Dungeons and Dragons are fucking introverts. We still manage to get 6 to 7 man parties together. The problem is scheduling. I could have an entire group ready to go.
Someone's in school, someone has work. I just realized I'm far away from my monitor or my fucking microphone. Hang on.
Getting all of them together.
Yeah.
No, what we need to do is when we get the setup, because right now our microphones are a drop-down setup.
Well, I'm also like wibbling my head around because I'm trying to stay
I think
awake.
it's going to be better when we go like a lot of other people that do podcasts when we have a pop-up situation.
Well,
so
we
we're looking.
These.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like, well, right now the way the configuration isn't conducive to it. So
we'll sort it out.
Again, at least we got the main. A lot of the main.
We're here, and there's no whiny sound in my voice.
Whiny sound, like.
And I sound like a person, and I sound as loud as you do.
Yeah.
That's the key.
So
now
we're getting
talk all the time.
We're getting things together, but again, it's like you mentioned. Hey, there's a really, literally hot tiefling woman, barbarian, in my party.
Hey, yo.
That I can't touch her without my skin burning. And it's like, there's a whole quest that you can go through to help alleviate that. And one of the people's solutions is, I throw water on her. And that legit gives you the ability to open up the dialogue to have like your first kiss with this character. And I'm like, this is some literal D&D shit.
This bitch empty. Yeet.
Except it wasn't empty. It was full of water. But then a dude talked about how he did a quest where he convinced a group of gnolls
Seminoles
to attack some pirates. No. God, shut the... No.
You want me to edit that out?
I love you. No, leave it in.
Okay.
Leave it in.
Okay. Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
Az is being mean to me. What'd you do to deserve it?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
It's that victim mentality.
So anyway, they tried to kill some Seminoles.
Yeah, they convinced these gnolls to kill these pirates in a cave. Then they convinced them to kill another group of gnolls. Then convinced the leader to eat themselves. And I'm like, this is stuff you would actually experience.
Okay, so who's the people with the clown in the D&D session? Who is this? You know who I'm talking about. Not Baldur's Gate, the people you send me TikTok about all the time. War crimes?
Oh, watching Legends of Adventurous?
Those guys? Watching those guys. So listening to them play D&D.
Yeah.
And then you describing scenarios in Baldur's Gate, I'm like, oh, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
it's just a different font.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want...
Because that's my only concept of D&D.
If you've never played the tabletop...
Black dragons or alligators.
If you've never played the tabletop, but you do play video games, it gets you used to turn-based combat.
Which I hate.
It gets you accustomed to the rules. The rules are similar... because it is based on the 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons rules. Because I haven't played it, I can't speak from experience on how close they are to the rules. There are some things obviously that are wonky, like a character would not be able to carry 50 barrels in their inventory or anything like that, because actual tabletop Dungeons and Dragons does take into account the size of items. So a character would not be able to move at their regular movement speed while also hauling a massive chest, or able to jump up 50 crates to literally throw loot to kill a group of people. Like this, or unalive. Do we need to like use stuff like, fuck it. Whatever. We're not TikTok. I can say kill. I can K-word people, right?
Yeah, we're not going to get monetized by YouTube anyway. We're not. We talk about sexuality and gender and
if we
way
try
too many things. We're going to make money through sponsorships.
And like, yeah, if we tried to do, God, all
Dude,
I can think is sponsorship. Raid Shadow Legends. Like,
no, but seriously, through Streamlabs, I get access to call dibs on all those. So like, we should probably look at those things. Just FYI. It won't be like Raid Shadow Legends. It'll be like War Thunder, or like, what's that tank games? World of Tanks.
It'll
be that shit.
God.
The lower tier stuff. Sorry, Badger.
Straight up Russian. Yeah, I was about to say Russian Badger. Sorry, Badger.
He probably gets paid a lot of money for it, but like all these other YouTubers, I think you can make like $250 a thing.
Hit me up, Manscaped. I actually bought your lawnmower. If you want me to actually offer my real opinion on it, give me some money. Anyway, so Baldur's Gate looks like it's a great game. I just can't justify the price right now with everything we have going on. And I also can't justify the time investment right now.
Yeah, the time investment, I think...
Because, like, I put a lot of hours into, like, Warframe.
Yeah.
But Warframe is something where I can go in, do a mission, but it separates everything up to a point where I have clear, defined stopping points, whereas an RPG will absorb my entire attention for hours. And I'll get frustrated because I feel like I get ripped out of my immersion. My immersion. for veteran RPG players, immersion is an important thing. But, people play games for different reasons, and people play games in different ways. Which is also one of those. One guy's playthrough of Baldur's Gate may be nothing like your playthrough.
Yeah. Bobo had I think he said it was just over 75 hours for just the campaign. That's not including all the side shit, because he just bulldozed the campaign in a week and a half.
So you see,
also doesn't work.
An actual dungeon master would love that.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, oh my, someone that actually stays on prompt.
Yeah.
Side quests sometimes happen. It's like filler, but the problem is that players get too immersed in the filler that they think that, oh, this is where the campaign is going.
Yep. That's the one.
And I think you mentioned you wanted to get into Dungeons and Dragons and being neurospicy.
Yeah. So this also is a product placement moment, because of Dungeons and Dragons. Speaking of brothers who stick their noses in places, shout out to Dice Goblins. Again, their links will be in the description. I generally try to remember to put everything where it's supposed to be. If I don't, just yell at me in the comments. Or hey mom, remind me, because you're the one who listens and gives me feedback the most, because I see you almost immediately upon the episode coming out. So shout out to Dice Goblins. That's Dice Goblins with a Z at the very end. DICE
Dice Goblins
GOBLINZ
or Zed
for
all of our Canadian listeners that
foreigners. So
we have Canadian listeners.
And Australians.
Zed.
I think
anyone that speaks English that isn't American uses Zed.
Valid. Anyway, it's like yee ZZ. So I'm funny. This is why you're the clown and I'm just pretty. That caught me off guard and I don't know why. So Dice Goblins, not only are they a client of mine as far as like doing websites and social media, he also sells really, really, really cool dice, and you should go buy it. So with neurodivergency in D&D, I'm going to speak from the aspect of I have no clue what D&D is other than black dragons are alligators and blue dragons live in deserts and shoot lightning, right?
Yeah, close enough.
Okay, close. What am I wrong on?
For the background of
no,
Black
I'll give
Dragon,
the background, but what am I wrong
you're
on?
gonna get you got it. The only thing is like the first thing.
Well, yeah. So black dragons are alligators. So I had panic attacks for a really long time. I still have them, but I had them during the last semester of my AA degree because I was taking 5 courses and working full time and also trying to be a full time entertainer. Fucking newsflash, I have a stress disorder. So I was fainting left and right, not straight up, not having a good time. So Az would look at me as I'm having a panic attack and tell me D&D facts. Random shit. They were like, black dragons, they live in swamps and they are ambush predators. And you're like, kind of like alligators. And my brain went, black dragons, alligators, done. I retained nothing else other than that fact. And then blue dragons living in deserts threw me for a loop because I was like, no, they don't blend in. There's no water in deserts, and blue dragons belong in the water in my head because blue is a color and blues are water.
Nope, that's other varieties of dragons. Like gold dragons that also breathe fire.
Anyway, I have a complex about the dragons in D&D, and I'm just not going to talk about it. So when it comes to that part, I'm going to speak from outside of D&D looking in. Y'all have clicky clacky rocks that are pretty colors. You have, for those who are super into statistics and mathematics, if you have that kind of tism riz, or rism, if you will, that's the one. You've got your statistics, you got your math, you got your clicky clacky shiny rocks. A lot of D&D people are cosplayers as well, so you have your artsy fartsy stuff. You have making minis and tabletop scenery and the fucking whatnots, and some DMs and some other etceteras are getting into like programming digital tablet spaces and doing all this. So it's a very creative thing that looks really cool. So my like neurodivergent brain, who's like, ooh, shiny clicky math rocks, and also pretty arts and crafts, and I get a cool story that I get to act a fucking fool in, I'm in. And I don't have to mask, because I can just be like, yeah, I'm just this kooky character, and really it's just me. So, like, there's this whole, like, attraction to D&D as someone who has never played it before. I didn't grow up around it. Like, the closest to D&D I ever got would be, like, I played old school RuneScape. And a couple of my friends who played old school RuneScape also played Dungeons and Dragons. But I never knew anything about it other than, yeah, they were like, hey, we can't do this tonight. I'm playing D&D. And that was it. Had no idea what it was.
Hyper nerd story.
Oh, here we go. Are you going to talk about how you could, like, tell by a screenshot of a corner
story time.
of a WoW
yeah,
screen cap?
Okay, so that's
a
a story for a different time.
Okay.
No, this is like, I played World of Warcraft. I was in a raiding guild. They were wonderful people. And several of them played Dungeons and Dragons. And they're like, oh, technically, we could play Dungeons and Dragons, like, online. And I was like, wouldn't it be funny if we all, like, logged in, went to a tavern, sat our characters around one of the tables in the chairs, and you can, for those of you that never played World of Warcraft, you can put an AFK tag or a do not disturb tag on yourself, so whenever people try to whisper you, they get a message that says do not disturb, and you can set up what the message says and everything. But next to your character's name, it says D&D. So I was like, let's all sit in the tavern, put on the D&D tag, and actually just play Dungeons and Dragons while we're sitting in World of Warcraft. We never did it, but that was one of the single most nerdy fucking ideas I've ever had. And someone actually asked me, because this came up, on one of the chat platforms I use. I said I was nerdy, and they were like, how nerdy? And I was like,
Dirty,
I play video games, like a lot of RPGs, and I play Dungeons and Dragons, and I spend more time theory crafting and doing character builds and running the math than I do actually playing the games.
Didn't I called you out last podcast because we were talking about the effect of our favorite games on our relationship. And you had a Elden Ring build guide
pulled up on my computer at the exact time.
Because you were playing Elden Ring before we started recording.
Yeah.
And there we were.
And I was going through the build calculator, running some numbers. Because what you do is, you run in, you put the numbers, you see what can get you the biggest numbers in the build calculator, and then see how effective what you put together actually is once you get in game.
No dead air, goddammit. I'm trying to take a sip of water. Fuck.
She's sitting here just popping it open and then closing it, then popping it open again and just staring at me.
Context, popping the lid open and staring at you. We're at 45 minutes, by the way. You got a hot minute to talk.
Oh, goodness. You see, I told you we needed more than just...
Well, I talked about neurodivergence in D&D. Do you want to talk about neurodivergence in D&D?
I did. I spent so much time theory crafting characters.
Okay, so that's fair.
But also, it's like, I don't try to, like... I have a friend / former associate / someone I used to play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons with that will probably never listen to this podcast. I'm still not going to say his name.
Oh, I know who it is. Never mind. Okay.
But he had a profound talent for figuring out the most broken ass sorcerer builds that you could think of, to where the rest of us were just basically watching him play.
That's how I feel playing Diablo with like you or Doc. I'm just the spinny barbarian in the background. Or no, like Destiny with you and Macaroni. Playing Destiny with you two is like horrendous. You want to play Fortnite after this? With me being exhausted? Never mind. Let me play a solo game, get it out of my system, and go to bed. Anyway, so
I'm like, no.
I have a topic
I
that
have no
we can
problem
tie
playing
into
with
this.
you.
That was supposed to be this week's, but then I decided to not.
Well,
and
first,
actually, you decided to not.
Let's clarify this for myself. Are we going to play
Fortnite? No. I'm probably gonna play a solo game and then go to bed.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, because I have to be up at early. Not as early as today, but early nonetheless. Okay, so, and don't let me forget, I have to tell you something about Sunday. That doesn't involve you, but I gotta remind you of a thing that I have to do now. It's not, you're fine. I'll tell you later. It has to do with the work things.
Hey.
Thanks for telling me. I love you. So glad my mic has a tap to mute button. Okay, so we were going to talk about old video games versus new video games. And yeah, you got it. Okay, so I'm going to let you go off on this, and then I'll chime in where necessary.
It was like...
So we were going to have that this week, but then, like, we didn't because we changed our recording schedule, and then I didn't look at my notes because I'm busy.
Because I was going to go over the evolution of MMOs.
Yeah, which ties into Baldur's Gate 3, which is a indie company's game. So if you wanted to talk about that shit for a hot minute...
Yeah, let's talk about how an indie company came in and made big-name AAA publishers so fucking nervous. Like, I think one of them, I forget who it was, outright said, don't expect this from...
It was EA.
Was it EA?
They put it out, I think, on, like, their Twitter. They were like, never expect this of us. Baldur's Gate has, like, ruined all whatever expectations for these kind of games.
Fuck, that's what you get for sitting there. So many AAA companies have broken it down into quantity over quality. Like, Bethesda love playing their games, but they have such a tendency to like, all right, let's get this through as quickly as possible, get it at least working, and then let the modders sort it out from there. Which, thank you to everybody that, to whoever put together the Skyrim unofficial patch that fixed so much.
Also, if you want more Skyrim content, go check out the House of Chaos on YouTube. Our links will be down in the below. I created an entire burlesque routine based on Skyrim, thanks to an idea that Azabov had. It also comes with a video, a live video that's supposed to be played at the same time as the performance. It's pretty cool. Go like that video.
You could like side by side that too.
My content can do the things. Yeah, if my computer was computering properly. But every time I open Adobe After Effects or Adobe Premiere Pro, it just goes, nah, bro, I'm done. So,
yeah, we need to figure that out.
Please. Yeah, like opening Netflix and my third monitor just goes, I'm gonna head out.
We'll get it figured out. Bloop. So yeah, a lot of that I also wanted to talk about is as someone that played some older... Not only older MMOs, but also seeing the evolution of World of Warcraft itself.
Because you're an old man.
Because, God. Anyway.
I love you.
Yeah, like playing...
Wait a minute. Say it back.
I love you too.
Thank you.
Anyway, playing a lot of games like Lineage 2 for a short bout that I played it and then played it on like, private servers and shit. Playing Ion back when that was a thing. I don't even know if it's still a thing or not, but just any of those grindy MMOs where you would spend hours and hours, some of them leveling up could take up to a month of in-game time. Once you got up to high enough levels, a month of just playing and playing and playing.
What?
Yeah. Welcome to Lineage 2, everybody.
That is so astronomically just insane.
And now how you can log into World of Warcraft, and I sent that to you.
Oh, okay.
You can log into World of Warcraft. Never played it before, and you can pay for a level boost. Granted, it's $60 on top of your subscription, but you can pay for that. And I know there's probably a lot of old hats out there in the community that think that that's pretty bullshit because you want people to suffer through the same nonsense that you had to suffer through before they get to enjoy the modern conveniences. And I will say this to people who have this mindset about just life in general. It's bullshit. We're evolving. Things are becoming more convenient. They're taking the stress out. We're able to get things, all this stuff of like, oh, you don't have to work for anything anymore. That's what evolving as a society is supposed to do. Life is supposed to be easier the longer a civilization exists and as science advances. It's nonsense. I can tell you as someone that went through that shit, I would never go back. I don't understand people that go back and get nostalgia from like playing classic WoW. I don't get it. I played it. I played classic WoW and I can play modern, and I've played modern WoW.
I played classic WoW for all of, I'd have to ask Doc, but less than a week, and was just like, this is bullshit.
The first expansion was so above and beyond the classic WoW experience. The next expansion, even better. Have there been some duds of expansions? Yes, it's mainly been due to content, but the advancements they made and making it easier to level up because they kept greatly increasing the level cap before they have it now, where they do the stat squishing and all that, an advancement in technology. Oh no. Like people that want to try to keep with the old ways that no longer are relevant, I don't see a point in it. Because I'm an adult with a happy, healthy marriage where I want to spend time with my spouse. I don't want a game that's going to force me to have to spend all this time. And if someone's like, oh, it's pay to win. If I want to use the money that I worked hard to get, that's my money, to make this game more enjoyable.
Sorry, you have a game. Here's what it is you have a job that allows you to do so. And all these other fucks. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not even going to go into that tirade. Because it's all in good jest. Like, if you enjoy a game and you would rather grind to grind, more power to you, baby.
Yeah, more power to you.
You get no pussy, do you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was rude.
No,
you get no pussy.
But the biggest thing, we're gender inclusive.
Get no pussy.
You just don't get any.
You don't get any. Which is inaccurate because I know several very well-to-do gamers who definitely get the goods, who still spend a lot of time gaming.
Yeah, and it's like
maybe not
everyone is
that
entitled.
Guy from South Park level, but like you get it.
Like people beyond like just outright cheating.
Yeah.
Anyone who sits there and hacks the game, get out of there. But as far as like actual things that are in the game that are working as intended.
Yeah. But
if you don't like it, then obviously that's not your game.
But are those things actually pay to win? Like, legitimately? Do you know what I'm saying? So you can increase your level all you want. But if you don't know, if you haven't practiced the mechanics enough, it's like getting your ult too fast in League of Legends on a character you don't know who you're playing.
Just playing League of Legends on a character you don't know who you're playing, first off.
But, like, you see what I'm saying? Is like, I can get my ult all day long, but if I don't know how to properly use it in a battle against fucking who the hell ever, I'm fucked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's
like, talking about people like pay for gear.
Yeah, but...
Or things like that, because they don't feel like farming it.
I mean, that comes down, like, gear, like your Necro Machina thingy in Warframe.
Yeah, getting a Necromech because I didn't want to do the entire... Because I didn't want to sit through the weeks of farming.
But the farming wouldn't have taught you a skill, right?
No.
Exactly. I'm talking about, like, paying to increase your level. Like, in Fortnite, I can buy the whole bottle pass. I can buy the whole battle pass right now and get 100 levels, right? But
yeah, but also that level doesn't. But the level doesn't provide power. What I'm like, a good example of that would be like playing World of Warcraft and being able to buy a level 60 boost.
Yeah, that.
So you're immediately.
Yeah.
Oh no! You get to buy the game and then immediately get up to the content level where all of your friends already are. Heavens forbid you don't have to go through the process. Are you going to have to sit there and learn your character?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, you can pay for that level boost all day long, but it's not pay to win because you still don't know how to fucking use your shit. I can attest to that. I have no idea how World of Warcraft works, and I have played it for at least 20 hours at this point now. Thanks. Because you got into it again, and you were like, let's play this. And I was like, sure. And then I played a rogue. Terrible idea for me. Terrible. Whose idea was this in the first place? Mine.
It was.
Actually, I liked it was pretty. And you were like,
it's pretty, and you can be sneaky, because I figured you would actually, like, use your stealth and avoid a lot of shit. And then you didn't.
I'm not
And I was
sneaky.
like, that's why I...
So then you told me, oh yeah, do this other thing, and then I was a cow.
You were a hunter.
A
I showed you that you could be a cow, and you immediately
dude, the minute I found out I could
your mind.
I dipped. It was great. It was the best thing ever. I found, by the way, a hoodie. This is relevant to the cow comment. I found a mushroom hoodie, like a mushroom from Minecraft.
Yeah.
Hoodie, that when you. The hood has the ears with the mushrooms on them.
That's adorable.
So, Christmas, I'm going to need you to...
I got you.
Thank you. I'll send you the link. Anyway, so... Or if somebody else out there wants to get it for me sooner, I'm also cool with that. Dead silence. Okay, so the progression of games... This is like something else. I can talk about it through like RuneScape, because RuneScape was something that I did a lot. I mean, I played hours upon hours upon hours of it. I was maxed all the way out.
Yeah.
Before I got banned for buying RuneScape GF 30K. Anyway, so it was expensive. Anyway, so that. So when it came to like old school RuneScape versus classic RuneScape versus RS3. I think RS3 has a lot of potential for. They've gotten really awesome content. They have done some really cool new battle, things. This is also, I'm speaking on, the last time I played RS3 was like right when it came out 5 years ago. So, and then every other bit of experience is like kind of like you with Baldur's Gate through TikTok and like listening to friends. So with that, it's like old school RuneScape. It's always a classic. It's solid. Although they're talking about adding in sailing. That's been their April Fool's joke for like ever, but they're talking about actually legitimately adding it in as a skill now. So that's kind of cool.
Waiting for Blizzard to finally release Murlocs as a playable race.
Feel that in my soul.
Dying for that for ages.
You've mentioned that before. Yeah, me. Anyway, so yeah, but like watching the progression from like old school RuneScape to RS3 and then them
By the way, that wasn't a soundboard. That was legit.
That was you.
Me
that was legitimately
making
as
the
above
noise.
chaos. Same thing with like most of the clown honks. Actually, all of the clown like that. All of the clown honks tonight, because my soundboard doesn't work right now. So either you get crispy mic or soundboard. I think we'll take the crispy microphone. I'll personally take the crispy microphone because I'm very tired of hearing in my ear all fucking night. So with that, it's like watching old school RuneScape and then to RS3. That progression was nutty at first because it was like, what is this shit? Or even League. Watching League progress to what it is now has blown my mind because I played League in 2000 and like a year after it came out. So 2000 and something. It wasn't double digits. And then I stopped for a while, and then I came back in 2015 and played for 2 years ish. And even that progression, and then watching it from then to now, 2015 to now, they've added all these factions and all this and the third, and it's nutty how much detail goes into those games. All for you to just tower dive and get killed immediately. Me as fuck. I be chasing bitches. I'm hungry, but only in like the third round. Because then I get them Pearsons and I'm ready.
Dude, I'm ready to tower dive at level 1. Like, come
That's because
at
you're
me.
all girth, no brains. You do that in Fortnite too. Maybe we do need to play a duo game. Okay, dude, anyway.
Let's do that. We'll bot lane.
No, not League. Fortnite. Relax.
I was about to say, I
still haven't installed
we'll bot
League.
lane. Like, I'll support.
No, you won't. You'll hungry support. So you'll
get
fed.
I get my fed Sona game. Like, let's let's go.
I play Ashe or Sivir, and when I play Sivir, I run from my own blades because I forget that I can throw them and that they come back.
I love you so much. I don't know what the state of the game is now, but I can tell you from when I played, God, there's so much better characters with so much better mechanics.
That's just who I learned on, and I played.
Ashe stays relevant because her ult is so good.
Ashe stays relevant.
She has no escape.
What's his fuck from Team 6 or whoever? Cloud9. Cloud9. There it is. I was getting there. Those fucks.
You were like mixing Cloud9 and like Team Solo Mid.
Yeah,
and
those
like
guys.
TSM.
Fucking Cloud9, who has Sneaky, right? I think whoever the fuck has Sneaky, I think he does an Ashe. I don't know. This was years ago, and I learned how to play by watching videos and from my boyfriend at the time, because he played and his roommate was a coach for FAM's team, I think, or FSU, I think it might have been FSU's esports team. Man, that's what I need to look into. I can go be a gamer girl. Are we looking it up?
He was in Cloud9 and Dignitas.
Okay, so I knew him from Cloud9. He must have recently moved, or he moved from Dignitas to Cloud9.
So
isn't he retired now?
He moved from Dignitas
to
Cloud9. He started off in Ordnance Gaming.
Okay. So anyway, isn't his main Ashe? Or he used to be. Maybe. We're figuring it out. There's a lot of Googling in this episode. You can tell it's been a week.
Graves, Ezreal, Corki. I know I can't hear you. Jhin, Draven, Vayne. Who's the final one? Is that? Please tell me that isn't Nunu.
It's Nunu.
Tristana.
Oh, Tristana. Damn. Okay, so then I'm thinking of him playing. What were the first 3? Ezreal. I'm thinking of him playing Ezreal. That's what I'm thinking of. So I've played Ezreal.
I've also played Ezreal.
In an ARAM game, I got stuck with his ass, and I was like, I'm okay with this.
I've gotten Varus. Varus is by far my greatest ARAM character ever. I destroy the other team. Just is not prepared for how aggressive I am.
You're just aggressive, period, full stop. So anyway.
Listen, I'm here to play the game.
Yeah, so the progression of gaming has been...
I get more gold killing players than I get last hitting.
That's fair. God, you
really don't. No. If you're playing League of Legends, please, for the love of God, get your last hits. Farm that money.
I really just...
It's too risky.
I forget you live your life, and you have lived a life. And it's like, you really be do gaming some games.
Yeah, 9.5 more years than you
I also
have.
wasn't raised on video games. I got my first video game at like 13. Oh no, because nope. 10. Probably like 10. And it was Guitar Hero 3 and Ratchet and Clank on a PS2.
Well...
And I only got Ratchet and Clank on the PS2 because it came with it.
Being a sick kid...
Fair.
And being raised by a great-grandmother who couldn't keep an eye on me at all time. Finding a way to keep me inside.
And in one spot. Well, we talked about this, I think, on the last episode, where it was like you were, for lack of a better word, born and raised sick. Mm-hmm. So you got it in your early years. I was active and became sick, so I'm getting it in my later years. So I have a lot of catch-up to do.
Yeah.
Like, I've never played a Legend of Zelda game. I've never played a Super Mario or a Mario game.
I can tell you from how you have just watching you play modern games.
I would have broken some controllers. I had a Game Boy.
Well, the thing is,
and I broke it in half playing a SpongeBob game.
When did you play it? Like, are we talking like this is in later years or when you were younger?
Oh, this is when I was like 13 or 14.
Yeah, I started when I was like 7.
Yeah, that's
6 or
fair.
7. Like,
I wasn't born yet.
My
For those doing math
first gaming system was a Super Nintendo.
That's more telling than me going, I wasn't born yet.
I got the bundle that had Killer Instinct in it.
Oh,
the first one.
Oh.
And they didn't realize it.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh dude, I got trounced in that game. Holy crap.
Yeah.
But learning,
it's like 5 and 6-year-olds or whatever, like playing Call of Duty these days.
It's like the original Super Nintendo
ridiculous.
Controller
was huge.
No.
Oh,
they
no?
were small. They were
what
small.
Am I thinking about?
They were ergonomic. Like the original Nintendo.
Are those like the
was like a little box?
Gray ones? Well, who's the purple ones? Who has the purple like fat ones? It's a Nintendo. I'll Google it and show you.
GameCube?
That one. Is that Nintendo?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
So the way it was, it started with the box, and then they went to like the more gray one that was more circular, a little more ergonomic.
Ergonomic pirates.
Ergonomic.
So okay.
Anyway, it was more conducive to hours of gaming because it was more soft. It wasn't a lot of harsh edges.
Ergonomic.
Then the Nintendo 64 controller, which you look at and wonder what the fuck happened to their brains. It was, well, here's the thing. I found it to be interesting because there were 2 ways to hold it, and you held it differently depending on the game. Because one, you would hold it
hamburger or hot dog style.
It depended on the game.
Oh, you're serious?
Like, I'm serious. Some use the thumbstick, so you would hold the center arm and use the thumbstick with the buttons.
That's the one I'm talking about.
And then the other one, you would shift over to the far left arm and hold it there to use the D-pad.
Yeah, that's the one with the dingling in the middle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the one that's the inside of it looks like a W.
Yeah.
Or an M, depending on which way you hold it. Yeah, that's the one that I was like, who's the one?
Nintendo did it, and then they came up with the GameCube controller, and it was like...
I feel stupid.
There's a reason that every iteration of Nintendo console since the GameCube has had a GameCube controller.
Yeah, I like the GameCube controller. Now, what was the other one?
The Nintendo 64?
There it is. I just wanted to... Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about.
It looks like you're holding a spaceship.
Yeah. The Nintendo 64 controller. That was the one that I was thinking about. I don't know where I got purple from.
Stick drift was so bad.
It's still not good. They still need to fix it. Also, you have to go to obligatory 1 football game this year.
Okay.
I'll explain why later. One of my friend wants to tailgate with us. He's coming in from out of town.
Okay.
With his wife. Okay. So we gotta. Okay. You're also not gonna like which game it is.
Is it the Seminole Gator game?
It's the Miami game, which is stereotypically the most heinous game.
Well, that or UF.
Oh yeah, for sure. But anyway, sorry. I just derailed
I'm like one of those.
I'm
like,
usually pretty good.
Fun fact, because
you
said you said there's like you have zero interest in football. Here's the thing: if I go with somebody, I will get. I'm able to sit down. Like I'll get hyped for whoever I'm hanging out with. Oh,
I get that would give you better context. There's gonna be body paint involved, apparently. Not ours, but yes.
I'll put on my clown makeup. I'll fit right in.
But garnet and gold clown makeup? Oh, it's a vibe. I'm thinking about it. Oh, not in that fucking heat. When do we play Miami? Continue. Sorry. I just got very excited.
I'm one of those that'll be like, yay, Florida. Like any Florida team, don't care. But then like when it comes down to us.
Oh, good. It's November 11th. How convenient. It's towards the fall. It's after our move. It's also on a Saturday. It's also Veterans Day.
Ooh.
So it'll be all fancy. But anyway, and it's the week before. Did you know that I only get one fucking day other than Thanksgiving itself? Fucking day off from school. I don't get a week. I get the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I almost said how gay is that? I was like, that's not the word I wanted. How just fucking awful.
So you get 3 days off?
Yeah, because we don't have school on Fridays. Or at least
I get 2 days off.
Doesn't. Yeah, I get Wednesday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I miss it when I had a week. Sorry.
But then look how much time you get off for like Christmas holiday.
Oh yeah, like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
I'll trade it. Never mind. You're right. Shit. Are we gonna? Never mind. We need to fucking wrap this up. This has been a very ADHD episode because of me.
All of them.
Well, yeah, but this has been really bad. Normally I can redirect us, but when I'm out of control, you're all fucked. Because I'm exhausted, and we've been recording for an hour and a half.
Okay.
So we're getting up there on the time.
I was gonna say, we could probably...
This was a episode. You did really good. I'm really proud of you. I'm just so sorry that I've been derailing everything. And, honestly, we might re-record. Maybe.
Why?
But I don't think so.
No, we're not gonna do that.
No, we're not gonna do that? Okay.
Why would we do that?
Okay.
What? No, answer me. Why would we do that?
Because I feel like I did really bad this episode because I'm so tired and just out of it.
So we should have rescheduled.
Exhausted. Maybe.
So you want
to But I didn't want to put it off another... No, we're good. This is going out. Fuck it. It's signed, printed, dotted. All right. So anyway, this has been Clown Thoughts. Hang on. Let me pull up... You talk while I pull up our closer because I closed the tab. Like a dumbass.
Oh, gosh. Because... my wife likes to have scripts so that at least at the start of the episode and the end of the episode, we can have some consistency.
I don't even know if I have a closer.
I don't think we do. We usually just sign off.
Oh, yeah. We usually just kind of... No, I was writing... Oh, that's right. I was writing one, and I haven't finished it.
So, to all of you out there, thank you so much for listening in.
Thank you for putting up with me.
Follow us on Facebook.
Instagram. We'll have a TikTok eventually, but I am now a full-time student, a full-time worker, and a part-time performer. No.
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, if you're listening on Spotify if you're listening on YouTube. Also, we have a website, clownthoughts.com. clownthoughts.com ? I'm pretty sure that's what it is. If
that
you're
was Clown Thoughts or Clown Thoughts Podcast.
Listen, if you're ever trying to figure out what fucking link it is, it's going to be in the episode description or in the description down below underneath the video. I don't ever remember the things. I have it right sitting in front of me. I could just look at the thing. So it's clownthoughts.com. You can find us on Facebook through Clown Thoughts Podcast, Instagram at Clown Thoughts Podcast, YouTube and Spotify on Clown Thoughts Podcast. Go check out Levi over at Dice Goblins. Follow Azabov on Twitter, Azabov Chaos. That's usually linked in the description and etc. now that I have a copy and paste thing to do. You can catch us on the House of Chaos. You can catch us on YouTube there. You can hear Az sing. I need to get some of your newer stuff put up. I haven't done that in a minute. And you can check out my stuff, which is Absent Minded, and learn about basically social media management and design. And with that, this has been Clown Thoughts with a very hazy Sabello Chaos and a wonderful
Azabov Chaos.
Thank you so much for listening. Y'all are fantastic. Have a great rest of y'all's day, night, etc. And that's what we got to honk about.